Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will talk about Boolean data type in JavaScript. Boolean data type represents values in two states, true or false. You can also create a Boolean based object using the new keyword. Let me create a Boolean based object using the new keyword. I will declare a variable b, I'll write the new keyword and Boolean. And inside this parenthesis, I'll write the state of this Boolean. I'll use the document.write method to display the value of b. I'll save this script. I'll open index.html file. So this is a Boolean created using the new keyword and it is based on an object. If you want the primitive value of this Boolean, you will use the value of method. I'll use document.write method and I'll write the variable b dot value of. The value of method will return the primitive value for this object base variable. I'll save this script. I'll refresh. I think there is some mistake. I'll check in the console window. B dot value of is not a function, I think. Okay, value. So this is the right method, value of. I'll save the script again. I'll close the console. I'll refresh. So this is the primitive value of variable b, and this is the object base value. So you can also create a Boolean variable using the new keyword, or you can simply assign the true or false value to a variable. I will declare a variable x and you simply assign it a true value, or I will create a variable y, or you simply assign it a variable false. You can also convert a Boolean variable into a string. Like if I want to convert the variable x to string, I will use the toString method. I'll use the document.write method to display the variable z. I'll save the script. I'll refresh the page. So this Boolean is now converted into a string. This is a string based Boolean. As you have seen earlier, Boolean are often used in conditional testing while performing comparison using comparison operators. I'll write a if statement with true Boolean state like this way. The if statement with Boolean true will make the if statement true, and any line of code inside these curly braces will be executed. I'll say condition with true state. I'll copy this if condition. I'll paste it here for the false state. The if statement with Boolean false will make the if statement false. So this line of code will never be executed. I'll copy both of these if statements for the 1 and 0 states. The 1 represents true. So this condition will be executed, or this condition will become true and this line of code will be executed. The 0 states represent the false, and this if condition will become false and this will never be executed. The comparison operator also returns Boolean values either true or false. For example, if 2 is less than 3, this will return true and any line of code inside these curly braces will be executed. Let's say 2 is less than 3. I'll save the script. I'll refresh this page so you can see the JavaScript statements are executed with if condition with true states. So in this video, I covered Boolean data type and how it works with conditional statements. Hi, welcome to this video. In this short video, I will talk about null and undefined data type. I will first discuss undefined data type. In JavaScript, undefined means a variable has been declared but has not yet been assigned a value. Like if I declare a variable x, I'll use the document.write method. I will use the variable x and a line break. This will return undefined because I have just declared the variable. I have not yet assigned the value to this variable x. I will save this script. I will open the index.html file. So you can see the value of variable x is undefined because I have not yet assigned it some value. I will use the type of operator to check the type of this variable. This type of will also return undefined. It will return the data type of this variable, which is undefined. So in JavaScript, the undefined is a data type. Next, I will discuss the null data type in JavaScript. Null is an assignment value. It can be assigned to a variable as a representation of no value or no value at all. I will declare a variable y. I will assign it a null value. I will use document.write method to display the value of y. I'll save this script. I'll refresh the page so you can see the value of y as null. This null is the value of variable y. Now let me show you the type of this variable y using the type of operator. I'll use document.write. I'll say type of variable y. I'll save this script. I'll refresh this page so you can see the data type of null is object. You may be thinking that null is listed in the primitive data type, but the type of operator display null as an object. This was actually an error in the original JavaScript implementation that was then copied to the ECMAScript. But now null is considered as a placeholder for an object. Technically, it is a primitive value. So in this short video, I just wanted to give you an idea about undefined and null data types in JavaScript. Hi, welcome to this video. In this video, I will discuss the built-in date and math objects in JavaScript. The date object handles date and times functionality in the JavaScript. Date objects are created with a new keyword. I will declare a variable right now and I will use a new keyword and then the date. I will alert the right now variable and this will show the current date on this system. I'll save this script. I will open the index.html file. So you can see it display the current date and time on this system. This date object display the day, the month, the year, the time and standard time zone. So this is the built-in date object in the JavaScript. There are different syntaxes to create a date object using this date constructor. You can pass different type of arguments to this date constructor. Like you can pass millisecond value. I will create a date object and this time I will pass the millisecond value. This is some millisecond value. I will alert the new date object. This alert box will show a calculated date in milliseconds from 1st January 1970. I will comment out this alert statement. I'll save this script. I'll refresh the page so you can see this is a date calculated in milliseconds from 1st January 1970. I'll click on the OK. And now I will show you how you can pass a date string to the date constructor. I'll comment out this alert and I'll create the date object again and this time I will pass a date string to this date constructor. I will pass September 15 and 2016. I will alert the date object. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh the page. So you can see the date string passed to the date constructor, September 15, 2016. You can also pass year, month, day or minutes, seconds and milliseconds to this date constructor. Let me show you how you can do this. I'll create the date object again, and this time I will pass year 2003 as a year and month 5. The month ranges from 0 to 11, so the 5 will show the June month, and day 24 and 6 hour 40 minutes 12 seconds and 0 millisecond. I'll copy this line of code, I'll comment out this line statement and I will paste it here. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh the page. So you can see year 2003 and June month, day 24, 6 hour 40 minutes and 12 seconds. So by this way you can pass different type of arguments to the date constructor. Next I will discuss a few methods of this built-in date object. I will comment out this line. I'll create some space. I will declare a variable DTM and I will create a new date object. You can get date using this date object. I will use the document.write method and I will say date, and I will use the DTM object, which is the date object dot get date. This will return the current date. Today is 7, so it will return 7, and a line break. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh the page. So you can see it returns 7. Today is 7 September. You can also get the day, today day, and I will show you how you can do that. I'll use document.write method, and now I will say day. I'll use the DTM object, date object dot get day. It will return the day for you. Days range from 0 to 6 in the JavaScript. So Sunday starts with 0 and Monday with 1 and so on. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. Today is Wednesday, it will return 3. I'll refresh, so you can see it returns 3. You can also get the month, get month. I'll use the document.write method. I'll say month, date object dot get month. It will return month for you, and this is the September month. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh, so you can see it returns 8. As you know, the month also range from 0 to 11, so therefore you are seeing this 8 for the September month. Now I will get the full year. Full year. I'll use the get full year method. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh, so you can see it returns the 2016, the full year value. You can also get the times value, like you can get ORs. Using the get ORs method, it will return ORs for you. And the same way you can get minutes. Using get minutes method. And the same way you can get seconds using the get seconds method. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I have to change this label from hour to seconds for the seconds. I'll save it again. I'll refresh, so you can see 14 hours, 41 minutes and 3 seconds. So these are the few methods which you can access and get their values. So this is the date object. Next I will discuss the math object in the JavaScript. Math is a global object in the JavaScript. This object is used to perform some mathematical task on a number. You can call the properties and methods of this object using the math object directly. For example, if you want a square root of a number, you can use the math object to find the square root of a number. I will declare a variable sqr, and then I will use the math object dot sqr method, and inside these parentheses you pass the number. This square root method will return the square root of number 20. Let me show you the square root of this number 20 inside the document. I'll choose the document.write method. I'll display the result of sqr variable and a line break. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh the browser. So it returns the square root of number 20. You can also find the minimum number among some numbers using the min method. I'll declare a variable min. I'll use the math object dot min method, and inside these parentheses I'll write some sequence or some series of numbers like 10, 20, 3, 15 and 7. This min method will return a minimum number among these numbers. I will display the minimum number inside the document. I'll use document.write method. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script again, and the min method will return the minimum number among these numbers. The same way you can find the maximum number. For maximum you use max method, and I'll replace this with maximum and this with max. This will return the maximum number among these numbers. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh. So 20 is the maximum number among these numbers. Next, you can also generate random numbers using the math object, like random number. I will create a variable rand or RDM. I'll use the math object dot random. This will return or generate some random number for you. I'll use document dot write method to show you the random number. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh the browser, so you can see it generated a random number for you. You can also round a number using a round method. I'll declare a variable rnd. I'll use the math object dot round method, and I'll round 99.5. I'll show you the rounded number inside the document. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh the browser, so it has rounded a number for you. You can also access the pi property of math object. I'll declare a variable pi. I'll use the math object, then capital P and I. This will return the pi value for you. I'll use the document.write method to show you the pi value. I'll go ahead, I'll save this script. I'll refresh the browser, so you can see it returns the pi value 3.14 for you. So this is the math object, and it is a global object, and it has several methods and properties, and you can use these methods to perform some mathematical operation on a number. So in this video I covered the date object and the math object.